The issue of Russian meddling in the election has become a very divisive one, especially on the left, because it's sort of become what you could call like a splitting factor amongst the left. A lot of them saying, specifically now pointing to the Young Turks, saying, "Oh, you guys are, like the MSM, like the mainstream media, because you're just going Russia, 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 Russia." Which I don't really agree with that assessment. Now, are they more, towards the Russia camp? Yeah, that's true, but I would never say that they're Russia, Russia, Russia. But it looks like Cenk Uygur's sort of getting some backlash from his fans, or maybe ex-fans at this point. I'm not really sure. But he sent this tweet out on Twitter. He said, "If you refuse to acknowledge the overwhelming evidence of Russian interference in our elections, that doesn't make you more progressive. It makes you more irrational. Blaming Russia for Hillary Clinton's loss also doesn't make you a better Democrat. Fight for progressive values." Now, of course, he's basically talking about how there are progressives who are not really with the whole Russia story that's going on, and there's still a debate on it. And my position has been, and it will be for a long time, is that I'm an agnostic on the issue. I want everything to play out, because I don't we need to let the Mueller investigation fully play out, and we need it to continue to go through. And I think that acting without full-on conclusions and full-on evidence is a very, irrational and stupid thing to do, period. But Kyle Kulinski sent this out on Twitter saying, "Solution to Russian meddling, get the DNC to stop rigging primaries so the hacks are banal and useless anyways." He says comprehensive cybersecurity bill, paper ballots. And he says not solution, screaming at Trump to be more belligerent and escalate with Russia. Guess which one Democrats are doing. Now, Cenk Uygur then responded to that saying, "I agree with all of this, but we should pursue any crimes Donald Trump might have committed, including with the Russians. Why can't we do both? It's not too much to ask for to stop the Russian interference and fix our own problems." And then Aaron Mate, who I guess is someone on the left who's not with the Russia story, he made a bunch of remarks in response to Cenk, and Cenk said, "If you believe that Mueller's whole team made up all the evidence in the dozens of indictments, including the ones people pled guilty to, I'm sorry, but the borders on lunacy. Being generally skeptical about government claims is great, but this is a preposterous conspiracy." So, okay, again, I'll repeat. My position is I'm an agnostic on this issue of the whole Russia thing, but I do think that just screaming Russia, 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 like Rachel Maddow is doing, for example, I think is one of the stupidest things, not only, substantively, but also electorally, because you're not going to win anyone over screaming Russia. No one gives a fuck about that. No one cares, especially the people who voted for him. They don't give two shits about any of that shit. So it's a very stupid idea that is not a good idea to go upon. But also, there are a lot more issues that are important than that. Very much so more important. And also, I think an issue is trying to be more hawkish on Russia and not being pro-diplomacy with Russia is also a foolishly stupid idea, because further escalating can lead to World War III-like scenarios, as we've seen, where Hillary Clinton wanted the no-go zones, and you have the Syria escalations. We have to stray away from these World War III-like scenarios, because they're obviously very dangerous. Not only dangerous, but catastrophic. And so they are just unacceptable situations that we simply cannot be caught making, because that would be absolutely catastrophic for the entire world.